In this video, we're going to be looking at the TARDIS Wiki and then spinning wheels to determine which articles we look at, even though it's down. Hi! Let's do the show. You know how this works. Welcome to Tardis Wiki Roulette, the show where we roulette a TARDIS Wiki. I hear that TARDIS Wiki might be having some trouble staying up at the moment, but that's okay, because so does this stream. So we are kindred spirits today, and we are going to lend solidarity as best we can. I would say, what do you think of the latest Doctor Who episode? But there is not a latest Doctor Who episode, unfortunately. Oh no, is my sound off again? Did this happen? Oh dear. One sec. I can fix that. How about now? Can you hear me now? Answer quick. Can you hear me now?
There's lag. Hold on.
There's lag now?
Well, no, not on your stream, but...
Oh no, I did such a good intro as well.
No, I still can't hear you.
That's really odd, because it says it's all fine on this. If it is you, then that's very embarrassing.
I mean...
No, I'm kidding, it's fine.
Everything's connected on my end.
Okay, well, we'll see. Hello, Space Lord. Hi, Nahawin, can you hear me right now? Can we get a quick check? Like volumes and shit. Can you hear me right now? And yes, I will put Space Lord on the wheel. I'm putting Space Lord on the wheel right now. Aztec calendar, Praxis, man on the Clapham omnibus concept. Okay. You can hear me. Good. Okay, we're good. We are good. Okay. Yes, Council of Hitler. We already did the Council of Hitlers. We did that last time. That's old news. I will put it on again, and we can look at it again and see if we can mine fresh content out of it. But I think I'm good. Praxis, Observer Effect. Once again, I'm pretty sure we did the Observer Effect, but we'll see. We will certainly see. Are you having trouble accessing the TARDIS Wiki right now? Because I'm doing okay. Here, let me try putting it on a random page and let's see what happens. I can't say I'm not pretty curious. Ice Planet Mystery. Short story. Century 20... Oh. Ice Planet Mystery was a short story printed in TV Century 21 that contained elements from the Doctor Who universe, framed as the front page of an in-universe periodical. The titular article made reference to the Fireball XL5 content in the issue, with a smaller piece tying into the Daleks comic story, Plague of Death. Seems like it works. We're technically up, but thumbnails won't be displaying. We shouldn't have actual downtime, just read only. Okay, we can make it work then. I can definitely do that. 1 second, let me just pin the Discord chat real quick. Yep, if you're not a member of our Discord, please join our Discord. Otherwise, let's just continue on with the show and take a look. Let's take a look at the wheel real quick and see what still needs to be added. Because we did mentor, not obverse. Observer. We might have done count. Who did the math skill issue? I don't know what that means. I know what skill issue means, and I automatically find that funny. Because I don't have any personality of my own. I'm ultimately just a reflection of everything, of all of the stimulus that you guys put into this feed. That's how it works. I'm effectively a machine. Do we have any more is the real question. Otherwise I'm going to start putting random words into this, and nobody wants that, do they? I certainly don't. I definitely don't. I don't know what you mean. I know what's going on there. What's going on there? So, do you have any articles that you want to see on the TARDIS Wiki? The Wiki of TARDIS. Technical issues aside, you know. Because otherwise, I'm just going to have to spin this wheel. and then we'll see where we go after that. Yeah, let's do that. I think Alan is looking a little bit anemic, personally. I think he needs to be fed some more. But that's just me. Why is your username in this? I'm going to put it in the TardisWiki Wiki anyway. We'll find out what pops up, won't we? This should be good. We are a very proper and professional and well-organised show here. In case you couldn't tell. In case you couldn't tell. We are the very pinnacle of decorum and professionalism. It looks like a bunch of forum articles, so we'll just put in a proper article now. Any more? Your name, for some reason, I think I accidentally copied it and put it in here when I like copy and pasted your comment, and it ended up as a wheel entry. So congratulations, Nahwin, you've been on the wheel. You should feel jubilant about this chain of events. I'm gonna get a proper article. Think of more. We need more. The wheel cannot be sustained with these kind of numbers. We need more. We need at least like 20 things on here. Come on, guys. In the meantime, my goodness. Oh dear. Wonderful. Simply wonderful. I'll take a look at the Council of Hitlers again. I'm pretty sure I've taken a look at this. We'll find out soon enough. I'll remember. July 4th? Okay, I'll take a look at that. In the known worlds, the Council of Hitlers was the governing body of the Greater German Reich. Its membership consisted of thousands of different versions of Adolf Hitler, who each originated from their own world of Germania, different universes in which Nazi Germany had won World War II. It was organized with the assistance of Herr Abschrift, an agent of House Miraflex, existing by 1940. It sat in Berlin in Universe Alpha Alpha Alpha, the Terra Optimus of the Germanias and capital of the Greater German Reich. The membership did not include the Hitler from Beta Alpha 15, who was murdered by Ernst Röhm circa 1933. It's very specific. It also excluded the Hitler from Alpha Alpha 9, who was a communist. It's funny. Both Germanias were invaded by the Greater German Reich, and a member of the council took charge. The size of the council meant that in the event one Hitler died, another could replace him on their respective Germania. Oh, my goodness. My goodness. We have definitely looked at this one before, though. We have definitely looked at this one before. In 1957, the Council resolved to wage war against the Empire of Empires and invade the Roma worlds across the Divide. In 1964, the membership was 75 years old. While some had died at the hands of Roman or resistance forces, others began to die of old age. The Council agreed to name August Hitler, the son of Hitler from Germania I, as Führer after the last Hitler on the Council had died. Shortly after, the few hundred remaining members of the council were assassinated in a hydrogen cyanide gas attack, secretly orchestrated by August, who became Führer at the age of 19 and granted himself emergency powers the council had not approved. Pros: Warlords of Utopia. Rishi Sunak. We got some good ones now. Okay. I got this. I'm adding them to the wheel. July 4th. Communism. Tony Blair and Rishi Sunak. Alrighty, let's see where this goes. Off on a journey in the wheel we go. Fantastic. What a result. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Who could have seen it coming? Who could have seen it coming? Not I. Way! How exciting. Alright, we'll take a look. Oh no! He doesn't have a TardisWiki Wiki article, I think. Let's look. Well, I'll look at this one. I'll look at this one. Maybe this one's good. Oh my god, it's fucking huge. Right, let's take a look. The Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, or Prime Minister of Great Britain, was an individual appointed by the monarch based on which political party or group of parties won a democratic vote. The Prime Minister was the political head of the United Kingdom of Great Britain. As the UK lacked fixed terms and came under repeated assault and scandal from alien life forms, the 1960s to 70s and 1990s to 2000s saw multiple Prime Ministers caused by rapid changes of government. 10 Downing Street was the seat of the Prime Minister's power in the 17th century. The Houses of Parliament were the meeting place of the Prime Minister and his cabinet. There they would discuss policy and law. By 1796, the cabinet met in session in the cabinet room inside 10 Downing Street. The title of Prime Minister wasn't in official use until at least the early 20th century, though numerous individuals from centuries prior have also been recognised as early Prime Ministers. One such term, which in effect meant the same as Prime Minister, was First Lord of the... this is boring. This is just learning fucking British civics. And who wants to learn British civics? Certainly not someone coming onto this channel. Let's get on to the fun stuff. The Doctor and the Prime Ministers. The Doctor had numerous encounters with the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. These associations seem to vary between friendships and general assistance. However, the Doctor occasionally shunned the Prime Minister. The third Doctor fell out with Jeremy Thorpe over his refusal to heed his advice about closing the Damascus Project. His 6th and 10th incarnation showed distaste towards Margaret Thatcher. The 10th Doctor brought down Harriet Jones's government after she ordered the destruction of the retreating Sycorax. Using the alias Harold Saxon, the Doctor's arch-nemesis, the Saxon Master, once became the Prime Minister. Oh, I don't remember that. When did that happen? That can't be true. It must be in like a fanfic or something. Anyway, let's take another look at the wheel. Why don't we? Oh, why is it? Whoa, 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 whoa. Alright, let's take a look at the wheel. Should we spin it? I kind of think we should spin it. I do think that you guys need to be putting more entries in though, because it's I don't know, it's a very interesting set of stakes on this particular game. Oh well, let's see where it lands. Oh joy! Yeah! Let's go. The spectre of communism rises high. I can't wait to see what the TARDIS Wiki has to say about communism. Communism was a human political movement comparable to socialism, anarchism, republicanism, and unionism, and contrasted with nationalism, fascism, Carlism, and Catholicism. Das Kapital was a major communist work written by Karl Marx. The Soviet Union was a communist state. Its symbol was the hammer and sickle. QAnon! Oh my god! The Soviet Union was a communist state. Its symbol was a hammer and I think it's funny because, like, this is how much of a fucking lefty I am. My first instinct was to go, actually, it's a state capitalist society. But let's not, yeah. In 1919, the Bolsheviks seized power in Uzbekistan. The second Doctor, Jamie McCrimmon, and Zoe Harriet, visited this country shortly afterwards. In August of that year, in fact. Fun fact there, they visited in August of that year. Communism filtered from the USSR into China prior to the outbreak of the Second Sino-Japanese War. Chiang Kai-shek's nationalist government successfully contained the communist movement in the mountains of north and central China. However, the family of Chiang's wife were communist sympathizers. That's very, very, very scandalous there. That's actually like bordering on salacious, I think. Something needs to be done. Down with this sort of thing. In July 1936, the Spanish Civil War began when a group of conservative generals revolted against the democratic government out of fear that traditional Catholic values were being undermined and the government was leaning towards communism. By 1951, following World War I, the communists had come to power in China. What a sentence! I feel like the political pendulum of this page is swinging violently from fucking pole to pole, depending on like which paragraph I'm reading. This is insane. I'm loving it. Very spicy indeed. David Ritchie was a member of the Communist Party of Great Britain until the Soviet Union invaded Hungary in 1956. Audio, 1963. The Assassination Gams. Communists were sometimes pejoratively nicknamed commies. During the filming of the 1957 science fiction film Swamp of Horrors, Adrian Cooper accused the Sixth Doctor of being a commie beatnik. Cooper also claimed that all aliens were communists. In 1958, Colonel Stark claimed that the 10th Doctor was a communist to justify killing him. Norman Baker told the 3rd Doctor, Brigadier Alistair Gordon Lethbridge Stewart and Liz Shaw that he believed that communist saboteurs were behind the power losses at Wenley Moor on the basis that they hated England, claiming that they trained people to come here to destroy us. In 1989, the communist regimes in Poland, Hungary, and Czechoslovakia were overthrown. In Czechoslovakia, it was known as the Velvet Revolution and took place on the 28th of November of that year. The 11th Doctor, Amy Pond, and Rory Williams were present for the event and stopped an invasion by the Mavora with the help of the Golem of Prague. Oh, God. This is wonderful. What a gem you found here. Charlie Pollard accused Murgat of being bullshit. Not Charlie. Oh no. In 1997, the Brigadier confided to the 8th Doctor that he believed that Nelson Mandela was a communist terrorist. In 2025, Borojev wrote a sweeping condemnation of Russian communism, calling upon the workers of the world to return to the visions of Marx and renounce the false principles of Soviet government. This led to the foundation of a new government, neo-communism, which continued to gather support and oppose lingering Soviet power bases until the 22nd century and the 2150s Dalek invasion of Earth. Mikhail Nevenskio, born in 2135, was a committed neo-communist and carried his principles with him across time and space. After becoming a companion to the Time Lady, I was so disappointed then. I was so disappointed. So close to magnificence. To the Time Lady Leora, notably retroactively influencing the rebellion of Spartacus in ancient Rome. I adore this. This is absolutely wonderful. Malcolm Hulk and the father of Ben Aranovich were members of the Communist Party of Great Britain. I did not know that. That's amazing. Oh dear. Hi Plum Pudding, how's it going? That was definitely a video. Oh dear. That was incredible. Can we have Selena Gomez? I will put Selena Gomez on the wheel. Yes. Yes, I will. Oh dear, that almost killed me, guys. That was a good one. That was a really good one. The wheel's looking a little thin, as I've said before, and I need to look through and add some to change that. So let me just do that real quick. QAnon is on there, which is going to be interesting. I did not know there was a QAnon reference in Doctor Who, the Doctor Who universe, and that's really funny. The service. You have some. What do you mean you have Q adjacent pages? I'm glad you're doing well though, Plum. Right, let's take a look. Yeah, I think that we have everything added. So let's see where this goes. I feel like Alan's Inner Comrade is coming out today, and I have to say, as the host, we love to see it. We love to see it. So, yeah, Praxis. Let's go. I'm putting it in the list. Okay. Praxis? Oh, god damn it, you fucking... I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. Praxis, prose the Book of the War, or Praxis, was a chemical compound that created spontaneous and temporary mutations of the spiral politic. The Doctor was allergic to gases in the Praxis range. As celery turned purple in Praxis gas, the Fifth Doctor kept a sprig on his lapel to identify its presence. A powerful urban myth grew around the few genuine documented cases of Praxis in Earth's history. Many misunderstood it as a drug that created subjective hallucinations and was often called the Holy Grail of hallucinogenics. But it was actually a compound of several elements that defied subatomic analysis and were unknown to the spiral politics periodic table. The only known producer of the drug was the Pilot's Coterie, whose members used it to distort the continuum in their calculations of space-time events for the pilot So it's the spice. It's just Dune. This is just Dune. I don't know anything about Dune, but I know about the drug that lets you do space travel. It's the fucking spice melange. What is this? Fucking exposed, whoever wrote this. Let's see. You hack! It's Lawrence Miles. It's always Lawrence Miles. Writer Lawrence Miles, editor Lawrence Miles. I won't watch this while the wiki's bad. Sorry, bye. Oh no! Well, I mean, that fucking sucks. Thanks, I guess, for tuning in to tell me that you won't be tuning in. Always appreciate that. It's tremendously helpful. Let's have a look. Praxis was a chemical compound. Yeah, this is just the spice melange. Their praxis took the form of a tasteless gelatinous biomass, and humans needed to ingest at least 10 times their own body weight before it had any useful effect. However, there were many more efficient sources beyond the frontier in time. So it's like a crazy drug that's from beyond the frontier of time. That, like, I don't know. It guarantees a real interesting Saturday night, basically. House Xanthelips sponsored the ruling caste of a post-human colony to produce praxis for them. Robert Scarrett became addicted to the drug during his time working there. Under its influence, he reportedly single-handedly diffused the local uprising caused by native resentment at the ruler's high-handed attitudes. In reality, his native contacts undoubtedly played a major role. Once again, the Book of the War. And then it has, like, instances. We'll take a look at instances. The Cyberon drug was believed to be a Praxis range nootropic. It was produced by the tectonic grinding of rival noospheres and spewed out in material form from a nootropic volcano on the planet Oracle in the Amazonian system. The Saragossa manuscript, recovered in the early 19th century by Count Potoki, recounted von Werden's experience of false consciousness. The Rivera manuscript described a similar Praxis fugue, this time forced on a renegade of the... This isn't funny. I don't know how to make this funny, because it's just the rantings of an insane person. And I could try to make it funny, but I think it would just be kind of sad. So I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to click close on this. And then, just to be a little bit cheeky, a little bit risque, a little bit, dare I say, avant-garde, I am going to spin the wheel again. Haha! More war in heaven shit. Okay, I can see this is what Alan wants. Alan wants to torture me today. And so be it. So be it. Alright, the observer effect. Oh no, I misspelled it, maybe? Did I misspell it? Maybe I misspelled it. Find out soon enough. Let me just switch to the wiki. I can put those on. Yes, I can put those on the wheel. Neil Rabbit. Okay, I'll put that one in. Do you like this dead air I'm generating? It's fun, right? I think it's fun. I think it's a really innovative way to like do streamed media. Is just to sit there like completely silently. One day I'll do that. One day I'll just turn on the stream and I'll just be sat there staring at you, full screen, for like 2 hours, and we'll see how many of you make it to the end, and how many of you are fucking cowards. Wouldn't that be interesting? Right, let's spin the wheel again. Actually, no, I have a TardisWiki Wiki article to read, don't I? Because I just added hentai and Catholicism to the wheel, so we're in an interesting place right now. Ram Ranch, yeah, Ram Ranch is an interesting one that keeps popping up, but never seems to end up getting like on the actual stream. So we'll see if it gets its chance today, because its chances are a little higher than usual, since since the wheel is so small. But that's okay. We can go a little shorter today because of that. Okay, let's spin the wheel. And by spin the wheel, I mean read this wiki article about the observer effect. Even though I'm pretty sure that I've read this one before. Like 85%, maybe 80. Probably somewhere in the middle of that. Kind of like an IGN review, you know? The observer effect, also spelt observer effect, was the ability to give something a fixed reality where before the act of observation they have only been unanchored, chaotic possibility. Quantum theory, in its more developed sense successor biodata theory, suggested simply by being present to observe an event any conscious being. So, basically, I don't need to read this because I can sum it up. This basically means in the Doctor Who universe, if a tree falls in the forest and there's no one to observe it, a tree didn't fall in the forest, essentially. And that's how Doctor Who works, I guess. I can read through it, but like I just spoiled the observer effect article for you. It's Schrodinger's cat. Kind of, yeah. Quantum theory. Fuck you guys, I'm checking my phone. Through the anchoring of the thread, the great houses guaranteeing that the entire spiral politic could be observed to the home world. Due to this, the Time Lords had a especially close and intense relationship with history. They naturally refined and reshaped time and space around them through their perception. Gallifrey maintained a non-interference policy because if they were to interact with the universe rather than just observing it, they would collapse its infinite possibility into a single certainty. A mad Time Lord could even have the power to infect the past and future with insanity. The Rassilon Imprimatur played an important role in the Time Lord's ability to travel through time, mapping their biodata onto the time vortex as pure mathematicians, and tethering them to their homeworld through what Sabbath called the Great Eye. Without this tether or the protection of the TARDIS, humans had difficulty travelling in deep time. In his journals, Sabbath prescribed his experience there as a lack of cohesion, a certain lack of integrity. I was reminded of Knox's maxim that we might cease to exist if we were no longer observed by God, though God had little to do with the experience. My sense was that my own world no longer acknowledged me, and as a consequence, I was ceasing to be. The very act of not being observed by the homeworlder's eye could cause a devastating attack of ignorance. A similar mode of attack could be used to curtail the power of an unanchored being trapped in the anchored universe, who could devolve the meaningless chaos if left completely unobserved by either houses or Iot Lois. According to Little John, the density of tardigrades throughout the universe threatened the Great House's observer criticality. The 11th Doctor told Amy Pond that time could only be rewritten so long as you haven't read it. Once one had viewed with certainty what the future was going to be, it became fixed and stewed. For this reason, the Doctor tried to avoid reading from Melody Malone, private detective in old New York town, to avoid restricting his own freedom of action in changing the future. However, on another occasion, he had admitted to some extent knowing your own future could be what enabled you to change it, especially if one was bloody-minded, contradictory, and completely unpredictable. After the anchoring made the universe subservient to the perception of the great houses, mappers were loomed to map out the meridians of time using the observer effect. The latter faction Paradox Godfather, Auteur, was claimed to have originally been one of those mappers, who had discovered the ability to use the observer effect to will whatever he wanted into reality. The Izgorov taint, which allowed Izgorov biomass to corrupt ordinary biomass by contact, and whose most impressive incarnation, the Great Vampires, were felt by the Kotaru to be alien and to the order of the universe, was speculated to be the effect of conservation on the spiral politic by the actual natives of the spiral Izgorov. The Time Lords dealt with the renegade presidency on Dronin by ignoring them, with the ensuing attack of ignorance nearly tearing the planet to shreds. Although whatever scavenger society remained on this planet once the attack ended had access to a variety of Gallifreyan artifacts. During the War in Heaven, which originally began on Dronin, the homeworld similarly attempted to defeat the enemy by failing to observe them. However, this led to the discovery that the enemy had their own equally powerful eye. Behind the scenes, the Time Lord's observer effect would have played a major role in the unproduced novel Mentor. There we go. That's the observer effect. Now we know about the observer effect. Wasn't that exciting? Don't answer that, because we're going to the wheel, and we're spinning it right now. Yeah! Okie dokie then, July 4th. Freedom Day. This most sacred of days. Ooh, okay. 4th of July was celebrated by Americans of generations after 1776 as Independence Day with fireworks, with big cities like Chicago having memorably large displays. 4th of July 1776 was the date affixed to the Declaration of Independence. In 1927, Angelo Colasanto and Jack Harkness had sex immediately after arriving in New York City. Looking outside, Italian immigrant Angelo mistook the fireworks that were part of the 4th of July celebration for bombs. In 2130, a Declaration of Independence was made en masse. In 5,000,000,016, a Declaration of Independence was made in the new United States on New Earth. In Russia in 1908, Nicky Usparov was killed in a duel by Baron Manufel. At the heart of their dispute was the love of a woman, Countess Marina Hayden. His brother, Felix Yusupov, remembered the event vividly and years later shared it with Liz Shaw. Pros: The Wages of Sin. Someone doesn't like Chicago. What a wild page. I wasn't expecting that. Oh my god, what a banger. Yeah. Wonderful. We've landed on the thing that you guys have been fucking freaking out about. It happened. I tell you what, those of you that missed out today, whoops! Here we go. Ram Ranch was a song by Grant MacDonald, which might have existed. Upon emerging from a pile of nothing in the Plume Coteries library, the most canon man flamboyantly danced the live choreography for the song, which looked like Nicki Minaj having a seizure. Ram Ranch is a 2012 song by Canadian musician Grant MacDonald about an orgy of gay cowboys. Oh dear. Okay. Well, there we go. That was Ram Ranch. I hope you like anti-climaxes, because that's all I've got to give you there. The Aztec calendar. Let's take a quick look at what the Aztec calendar has to offer. Am I misspelling it? Let me see. Am I misspelling it? Why isn't anything showing up? I don't get it. Aztec calendar, Aztec calendar, Aztec calendar, tracked-in cabinet, tracked-in cabinet. Where is it? Where is it? Nope, not seeing nothing. Oh well. My sensor finally comes up. Is that one is Ram Ranch your fault? Anyway, we're going back to the fucking wheel. Okay. Let Alan cook first. God fucking damn it. Why do you hate me? Why do you hate me so much? It's alright. QAnon. This is what you get. The Blue Box Files was a 21st century podcast hosted by Cleo Proctor, Abby McPhail, and Shauna Thompson. The podcast covered conspiracy theories concerning the Doctor's TARDIS, as well as other supernatural topics, audio, SOS, In the words of Abby McPhail, it was dedicated to uncovering the truth about an enigmatic cuboid shape, which seemed to appear at times of historical upheaval. It had a conversational format. Among others, they interviewed Penny Carter and Oliver Morgenstern. They also had covered QAnon, Atmos, and Saxon Troopers. They approached Mr. Degsy over claims that his meat products contained extraterrestrial DNA. They had also done an episode on killer shop dummies. On 22nd of April 2022, an artist, Rosie, at Rosie Does Art Sometimes, made fan art of the three main characters of Doctor Who Redacted, Cleo, Abby and Shauna, and released it on social media. On 29th of April 2022, this particular fan art was acknowledged by the official Doctor Who accounts, therefore making it valid for coverage on the wiki. Due to being acknowledged, this is the only visual reference we have of these characters. And thumbnails aren't working! Yeah! Okie dokie. Let's go back to the wheel then. Why don't we? And spin it a couple more times, and then I'm probably going to. Yeah, this section is useless. A lot of it's useless without the thumbnail. I think that I'm probably gonna park the show in 20 minutes, to be honest. And we'll do another one on Thursday when it's working well. But I'll spin a couple more until then. There's a video coming out tomorrow, by the way, that's very exciting. I don't know if you saw in the community post, but you should. The 10 Susans, which is going to be amazing. Ooh. How intriguingly vague. Let's take a looky look, why don't we? Probably a good idea. Yeah, I know, it probably is a good idea. Why does this one fucking work? The service was the otherwise unnamed secret service of the British Empire. It was founded in the late 16th century by Francis Walsingham and spy magician John Dee. Mini shows with technical problems give texture to a series. Ah, yeah, funny. Right, it was founded in the late 16th century by Francis Walsingham and spy magician John Dee. Its spy masters were known for their occultist tendencies. It was nominally led by the 5 masters of the Council of the Star Chamber, although the real heads of the organisation were hidden in obscure offices in Winchester. Giordano Bruno! I did a Paul Spragg submission about Giordano Bruno once. That's really funny. Worked with the service while staying in England in the 1580s. After meeting with Father Self in 1584, Bruno shared his mnemonic system with colleagues in the service who were later hypnotized by Self to contribute to their memories of Bruno's remembrance. While less trusted agents were used mostly just for intelligence gathering, higher-ranking servicemen were trained extensively in disguise, espionage, and occultism. These agents were so powerful that the service, following the precedent of Dee's Enochian brainwashing techniques, promoted his own mysticism to keep the servicemen loyal to the idea of something greater than itself. In 1760, the Rat Catchers were founded to enforce this brainwashing. John Taylor joined the service after the English Civil War. He said there was Roman magic in its rites and described it as Gloriana's secret order, first entrusted to Walsingham and Dee. However, under the guidance of General Warts and all, he said the service was led by Mundanites and mediocrities. During the reign of James II, the service became concerned with the existence of the Magus at the behest of masters Jehovah Unus Sanctus and Alex Bendo, competing with Le Poivrier and Faction Paradox for influence over him. The service was revamped at the start of the reign of George II, whose court was filled with occultists and Freemasons. By the time of the American War of Independence, it had consumed most of England's intelligence budget. By 1782, Sabbath's assassin Tula Louis murdered 3 of the 5 masters. Lisa Beth Lackland felt forced to service to attend Scarlet's wedding to the 8th Doctor in 1783 by threatening to publicly release the 5 secret names of the points of the star. In an alternate timeline created by the Oracle, the organization was called the Security Service. 21-year-old Sabbath faced his final initiation into the Security Service in 1732, rather than 1763 as in the real universe. While the 8th Doctor was in the timeline in 2003, he manipulated the Security Service agent Hannah Baxter to help her uncover leaders in the government resistance movement. Pros: the domino effect. 12th Doctor's page doesn't have a photo. Whoops. Let's look at the wheel again, people. We should probably do that. Fantastic. Unbelievably good. I really hope this is a nice juicy one. I really hope this is a nice juicy one. There should be so much to say on this. Oh, let's see. Not bad. There's some meat on its bones. We can dig into this one. Tony Blair was a Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. According to the 8th Doctor, Blair served between Major and Clark, although by most accounts he was succeeded by Harriet Jones. In 1972, while studying at Fettes College in his teenage years, I like the implication that Gordon Brown just doesn't exist in the Whoniverse. In 1972, while studying at Fettes College in his teenage years, with long hair and the nickname Cynthia, he met the 9th Doctor, who tried to convince him to stick with his college's drama group and not to pursue a career in politics, as it would have global implications. William Malcolm Smith witnessed the exchange and later documented it in Clive Finch's conspiracy website about the Doctor in early 2005. Look, just get into drama. You're gonna do a war crime, Tony. I'd put Boris Johnson on the wheel, but it's better with photos. Yeah, all of this is going to be better with photos. That's why I'm going to do this stream again on Thursday. This one's kind of a daddy dud, but that's okay because we know now. Has the Doctor ever met Beliosaurus? I don't know. I can put whatever that is on the wiki, and we can find out maybe. Who knows? Who dares to dream? That is the real question. Join the Discord, by the way. Should probably do that. We have fun there. Yeah, we do. Everybody knows that we have fun in the Discord. The kind of fun you can't talk about on YouTube. After Dark. It's in the secret history where he meets the 5th Doctor. Okay. There we go. Question answered. By the 21st century, Blair was Prime Minister. During the Keynesian invasion, Prime Minister Tony Blair assured a confused President Bush that Britain had countermeasures after Tanis threatened to destroy London. He then ordered an attack by a weaponized computer virus. Don't worry, George. Britain has got this. The most powerful nation in the world. Yeah, have real fun on the Discord. Yep, you know it. In November 2001, click on the pinned link. Join the Discord. In 2001, Blair went to York and visited several local businesses and tourist attractions. In March 2006, he went missing following the London UFO crash. The opposition criticised the Prime Minister for his lack of leadership, and when Harriet Jones tried to get through to the PM, she said she was hardly one of the babes. Blonde Felfoch Passamadace Levine, described as Margaret Blaine, informed Indra Ganesh that she had escorted him from the cabinet to his car, where Oliver Charles, himself also a Slovene, said had vanished. He had actually been killed by the Slovene family and was left in a cupboard inside the cabinet room, which was later discovered by Rose Tyler and Harriet Jones. The deaths of the PM and his cabinet were covered up as accidents. Upon arriving in London of a parallel Earth in 2007, Mickey Smith suggested a possible difference being Tony Blair never getting elected. Jack Harkness suggested, perhaps jokingly, that Bear was a rooted... Bear? Tony Bear! There's a mental image for you. Tony Blair was a root and spy in disguise. Alright, I'll get through the behind the scenes stuff. I think we're all on the Discord. I'm still gonna say it! I'm still gonna say it, especially because these streams get VOD viewers. And I want to convince the VOD viewers to join the Discord as well, after seeing the incredible, fun, magnificent party time that we have every week. That's the idea, you know? It's kind of like a mailing list, but fun. And like less lame. Blair also appeared, albeit unnamed, in Death Comes to Time, where he interacts with George W. Bush, also unnamed, acting as a nod to the popularity of Colshaw's Bush and Blair sketches in Dead Ringers. In a Dead Ringers sketch named Tony Blair Regenerates, as the name suggests, Blair regenerates into the 10th Doctor. Tony Blair was a member of the Labour Party, which is referenced in the aforementioned Dead Ringers skit, but this is yet to be mentioned in any DWU valid source. Prime Minister Terry Brooks in Millennium Shock is a pastiche of Tony Blair. While not identified by name in Have You Seen This Man?, Blair is identifiable from having attended Fettes College in the early 1970s, to the fact he had long hair. The Blair Babes, or Blair's Babes, was a media term for the newly elected female Labour MPs in 1997, because 1997 was deeply misogynistic. In context, Harriet Jones is saying she's been an MP before then and is overlooked. Jurassa Felfoch Passamadace Levine, I never knew that was what that was referring to. I'm hardly one of the babes. God damn it. God damn it, Britain. What the fuck is wrong with you? Joe Crasser, Felfoch, Passamadace Levine's claim that massive weapons of destruction could be launched on Earth in 45 seconds parodies Blair's claim that Iraq could launch weapons of mass destruction within 45 minutes. Rose Tyler claimed people would believe him, saying they did last time. Fucking amazing. On DVD commentary, producer Phil Collinson said that Aliens of London had intended to show a Blair lookalike as the Prime Minister's corpse. When the resemblance proved disappointing, they decided to avoid showing the body clearly. Other hints and jabs at Blair remain, but this show avoids saying outright that he's the Prime Minister. The 2005 general election had not occurred during filming, and Rose and the Doctor are unaware who won, so that they can show can avoid being in error. He was played by Michael Sheen in several films and by Bertie Kerville in The Crown. The New Statesman cover for 7th of November featured Tony Blair as the 5th Doctor, among other Labour Party leaders. That's sad. That's depressing. Alright, one more. And then we packing up our knapsack. So let's hope it lands on something funny. We can only hope, right? There we go! Isn't that exciting? Belisarius. Yay! That guy. This one's not very interesting. That's okay. It's like real Doctor Who. This episode of the Roulette show is the shit one. Like every episode of it's okay because it doesn't seem to have it either. But every episode of Doctor Who, every season of Doctor Who, sorry, there is always the shit one. and I guess this episode is just that. It's a shame that the wiki isn't like working properly, or like we'd be cooking today. But unfortunately, we just aren't cooking. And this damp squib right here. Hey, this week we had Ram Ranch. That is true. That is true. I feel like Ram Ranch is like the thing holding this entire thing up. Ram Ranch. That's not true. The Council of Hitler's thing was pretty funny, even though we've looked at that before. Reading the communism article was the highlight of this one, I felt. Actually, that was very funny. Flavius Belisarius was a general in the Roman Empire's army. He was born at around 500. In 540, he won the siege of Ravenna before being recalled to Constantinople by his Emperor Justinian. Oh. How exciting. Alright, yeah. No, I'm not giving up. I'm doing one more. I refuse. I refuse. I refuse to have an episode of Tardis Wiki Roulette end that poorly, that shitly, okay? We are a proud show. We are a incredible show. We are a beautiful show. And just because the wiki doesn't work shouldn't fucking stop us. So we're going to do this article now, and that's going to be the end. Yeah! Can I get an all praise the wheel? If not, that's okay though. We are eternal. Exactly. All praise the wheel! Man on the Clapham Omnibus concept. The man on the Clapham Omnibus was the legal concept of a man who was a reasonable, virtuous, prudent observer of the case under consideration. It was personified by members of Faction Paradox as the man on the Clapham Omnibus and eventually imprisoned in the Boulevard of Alternate Brutality. Oh, that was a bar. Oh, it was great. Okay, that's better. I'm feeling better now. Everybody make sure to join the Discord. Everybody make sure to like and subscribe. Yes, lads, we have indeed won this one. Looks like meat's back on the menu. Bye!